I met a lot of people who are learning Japanese or who want to learn Japanese, but apparently, Japanese is such a hard language to learn. Even though they've been learning it for years, they make mistakes that we Japanese would never do. It's not that I'm trying to make fun of you, but whenever I meet somebody who's learning Japanese, I ask them to show me the book they're working on, and it's amazing. What they're learning is really high level. They can read a lot of kanjis, and apparently they understand a lot of words, a lot of unnecessary difficult words. And yet they can tell the difference between wa and ga, which we Japanese absolutely know how to use them correctly. So it's obvious that you're learning it in the wrong way. Am I right? No? Too harsh? So here are some tips on how to learn Japanese in more natural way and how to learn it more efficiently. So first and foremost, never ever use Google Translate. It sucks. The longer the sentence is, the more fucked up it gets. So I was looking for a good dictionary. So I found one that called jisho.org. Well, actually, it was the best I've ever seen. All the translation they have is so accurate and so natural. It came on the top when I type in Japanese dictionary. You can type in both in English and Japanese. So I'm gonna try with the fillers that everybody uses. Well, it's more like teyuka. Yes, that's perfect, thank you. So let's take a look at some other slangs, shall we? ガチで yabai. Hey. And the best thing about this dictionary is if you click this guy, you can draw whatever the kanjis you can read and search the word. That's amazing. I highly recommend this one to you. Forget desu and masu. The people who start learning Japanese is mostly all grown up, so it's natural that all the teachers try to teach the very polite way, but I think this desu and masu things makes it even more complicated. So let's see what you learn at school versus the real Japanese. とても面白いですね。ウケる。これは何ですか？これ何？どこから来ましたか？どこ出身？はい。いいえ。何ですか？なんて？もう一度お願いします。もう一回言ってもらえますか？もう一回言って。See, it's much simpler. What I recommend is learn as many verbs as possible and their modifications. This way, not only you can expand your vocabulary, but you learn something useful in actual conversations. For example, there's a verb 行く. All you have to do is modify the ending depending on the terms, like 行く、行かない、行ける、行けない、行きたい、行きたくない、行ってみたい、行けたらいいのに、行けるかな? I don't know at which level you're gonna learn these terms, but we knew all of these terms by the age 6 or 7, I guess. It's not hard at all as you think. Of course, you're gonna know them by heart, all the modification depending on the verbs. It's a lot of work, I know, but it's all the same when it comes to learning languages, isn't it? So, good luck. Basically, we don't use you, she, he, they. We don't use them because it's kind of rude to address somebody knowing their names. Thus, we don't have complicated conjugation like motherfucking French. That's a good news. So how can you tell if it's subject / possessive pronouns / objects? It's so simple. Each particle comes after a word tells what is what. If a word has wa or ga after it, it means that it's a subject of a sentence. No, possessive, or simply it means of. O-N-E, object. So let's take a look at some examples. I go to work today. 私は今日仕事に行く。私 is I, but feminine way. You can also say 僕は今日仕事に行く. So 僕 is a masculine way. So what's it gonna be if it's a third person? Yoko goes to work today. 陽子は今日仕事に行く. As you can see, it doesn't make any changes if the subject is third person singular. So how about plural? They come to have a meeting today. 渡辺さんたちが今日打ち合わせに来る. So this tachi is a sign of plural. When we talk about a group of people, we usually mention somebody's name in particular as sort of a leader of this group. In this case, Watanabe-san, Mr. Watanabe, and others could be his team, his bosses, or colleagues. So when you say Watanabe-san tachi, it could be they or you as well. And if you drop tachi, Watanabe-san could be he, she, or even you. And I intentionally put ga instead of wa, but I'm not going to explain why it's ga in this case. Well, actually, it can be wa in this sentence. I just wanted to mention that there are two particles that make a subject of a sentence, but I'm going to make a video individually for this wa and ga difference. So, possessive pronouns. My or mine. 私の、僕の. Your, his, her. They're all the same. 〇〇の. You put somebody's name before no. That's it. Our. 私たちの、僕たちの. Their. 〇〇たちの. So what if we don't know the person's name? We use あの人、その人、この人. That person, this person. Again, how they're different, I'm gonna make a video, so be patient. Or you can say this person's job, like 先生, teacher, or お店の人, store clerk, or salesperson. Before getting into O and E, let me tell you this. When you use pronoun by itself like what, me, it goes like え、私, or え、僕, or like that's me. It goes それ私だよ, or それ僕だよ. Wait, what does this だよ do? Yeah, that's one of the things that make Japanese hard, but I'm not gonna explain this in this video either. I'm gonna make one individually, so please be patient. So let's take a look at the examples. Call Yoko. Yoko に電話して. Get Yoko on the phone. Yoko を電話に出して. As you can see in both sentences, Yoko is the object of the sentence, but the first one has ni and the second one has o. Fuck. Again, I'm gonna make a video about that, don't worry. Just letting you know there are two particles that tell you that is an object. That was a long one, wasn't it? Sorry. But I just wanted to show you how differently Japanese works. But these motherfuckers, particles, they're so important. So I want you guys to know what to focus on most. Don't assume that it all works like English. Japanese is a completely different language. Don't underestimate onomatopoeias. We started learning Japanese with onomatopoeias, so it's the basic itself. It's not a baby talk, it's not childish at all, it's vocabulary. And sometimes we don't come up with any other words than onomatopoeias. For example, kami sarasara. How can I say this in another way? Kami sarasara なんだよ. I don't know how to say it any differently. Like, if you say kami sarasara, everybody knows what it means. You better read Japanese alphabets. If you want to visit Japan or even want to live in Japan, it's absolutely necessary. Because once you step out of the station, everything is written in Japanese. And finally, if you have any questions, ask Japanese people, not some random people who claims who can speak Japanese. Because they don't. Nah, I'm kidding. They do. But I don't think they can explain the subtle nuances. If you don't have Japanese friends, go have language exchange or something. When I started to have language exchanges, I used a site called Conversation Exchange, and if you register it, you can find a partner who's willing to have exchange with you. Basically, you can write to them, you can meet up with them, you can even Skype with them, whatever the way you want. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to find someone that speaks really good English. True. There are very few that speak really good English. But so what? I'm here for you. But seriously, Ask me anything. I would do my best to answer all your questions. So leave a comment and let me know what you're working on right now. And if you think this video was helpful, give me a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe because I'm gonna be uploading more videos. I'm thinking starting up onomatopoeia series, so look forward to it. So make sure you subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!